So, I've been under the weather for a little bit, but whatever. So, I'm going to show you just how crazy this country is and the people that live in this country. So, Attorney General Barr was here today. I'm chewing on peppermint, so disregard all this bullshit. And he was here saying that him and the Department of Justice was here doing a raid and a drug bust on a criminal element family here in Milwaukee. And he mentioned two Latino male members' names in this big drug bust, and how it's the government's job to protect the citizen. That's the government first job. And that's what they were here for, and to also help assist, the police officers here in Milwaukee. Then there's the 12 News put out an article about how the Milwaukee mayor is with the proposal they're going to cut back like on 120 police officers and some other monies for funding police departments, etc. All this shit in the same day, which is contradictory. And Barr was saying that they have allocated like $12 million to the police force here for more resources to deal with this crime that's going on in the city. How does that make any sense? And when did we need the Department of Justice and the federal government, the feds, to come in to deal with the fucking crime here in Milwaukee? Trump been in office for 4 years. There's been crime going on in Milwaukee forever. And all the 4 years he's been here. And they trying to say there's more crime going on now. People are getting shot more than ever. No, it's not. It's the same clip. Then Barr brought up the whole thing about these legend cities that they got this bill that they're working on is here, Chicago, and 6 other cities or whatever. And what do y'all think this shit is really about? Because it's not about crime. Because if you were about the crime in Milwaukee, you motherfuckers would have been done this shit. Right? But then they shut down Louisville today. Like the whole city shit is shut down. Because they're gearing up for what's going to happen after Breonna Taylor verdict comes out. So they apparently know it's going to be fucked up. And they're preparing themselves for the shit that they think is going to come. Now, again, and I'm going to keep saying this shit, and I'm going to keep saying this shit. All of this nonsense that is going on, crime, what is our government's fault? So this big old drug bust that they did here in Milwaukee, supposedly, they did a bigger drug bust than this, like 2 or 3 years ago, and the DOJ was not here for that. The federal government wasn't involved, but we got an election coming up in November. Also, you think that's really what Barr is here for? To stop some crime in Milwaukee? Let's honestly wait and see. So he said this been going. Then they said they've been doing it for a while, and we're going to see the crime reduce. So let's wait and see what really happens. So again, y'all sit back and let's go out and vote. Well, like I said, I'm gonna vote like a motherfucker. But we keep looking outward for help and equality. It ain't coming. It's just like Jesus. It's not coming. Jesus ain't never coming back. You know why? I'm not even gonna say anything. So, I really hope that as we sit here and pay attention to what's going on and fuck all this sports shit, that we are growing here as human beings. Then it was supposedly an African-American man body found burning in different state. But then Barr just said government's job is to protect the citizens. It's not only to protect them citizens from themselves, but the fucking police and any other thing, and any other entity that is harmful to citizens. So if what he's saying is true, that's the government's first job, to protect our citizens. Why is there drugs in our country? Why is there guns available on every fucking street corner that you can ever imagine? If our government was protecting the interests of their fucking citizens. These people get up and talk all this shit, and y'all look at a lot of us look at this shit and look at it and say that, oh yeah, this and that. And you're not even paying attention. All you worried about is being on one side or the other. Like, I mean, you got people running around here still perpetuating racism. It's 2020. There are people who still think that their skin color make them better than somebody else. You know how fucking insane that is? What haven't you learned over all the years of past people being on this earth up to now that you still believe that? Really? The joke's on you, bub. Like, come on, man. What are we doing? And then, okay, because I ain't gonna let this go too long, but I want to get this. But just, I mean, we just really need to pay attention. This November is gonna be a bunch of bullshit jumping off. But then, if we're talking about the vaccines or whatever, I thought I had COVID the other day, but I was sick than a motherfucker. I'm finally getting better, but it wasn't COVID. But if you're talking about population control, and I was having this conversation with somebody before, how this is again, if our government was doing our job, none of this shit would be a problem. So I'm playing government. How much sense would this make if our government told everybody that, listen, everyone in this country have the right to have at least 2 kids. And with those 2 kids, everything is covered. School, medical bills, whatever, is all on us and the government, you, whatever. Now, if you decide to have more kids outside the 2 kids, knock yourself out as long as you're able to take care of them. You have as many kids as you want along outside the 2 that the government and the government is going to assist on. They have to pay for school and all that. Outside of the 2, anything else outside of that, you have to take care of. And if you have more kids outside of the 2, and you can't take care of them, you will be held responsible. And there will be penalties behind it. How can you oppose that? So, because then only question would be, what stupid motherfucker would say that whatever, I should be able to have as many kids I want to, even though I can't take care of them, I should be able to have them anyways and let it fall back on everybody else. I would love to see that defense and how that shit would go over. Because then what you do, you alleviate poverty. You hold people accountable for their actions. You don't need all these motherfucking prisons, etc. But you know why our government won't do that? Because this is what capitalism here in America looks like. Why do you think prisons are privatized? It's illegal slavery. And you got to have some kind of fucking crime going on to put these motherfuckers in the prisons. The United States don't produce shit. Period. We produce labor for other people. So we're going to continue to have crime. Barr ain't talking about shit. They don't want us there. If that case, they would have never put cocaine and crack in our fucking neighborhoods. Our government did that. But they're going to come out and tell you that the United States' first agenda is protect its citizens. And they put crack in the African American community. Really? What y'all really want to do? Stop being fools and be human beings. Love and live life.